As light as silk but stronger than steel, Ithilmar is a wondrous metal unique to the High Elves and a key factor to their incredible prowess upon the battlefield. When the glittering host of the Aesir march to war, it is a certainty that they will be clad in the finest arms and armor that Ulthuan has to offer. Many such items will be Ithilmar heirlooms of such antiquity that they date back to the first Chaos invasion when the elves first forged tools of war. All elves are incredible warriors, their natural agility making them much faster than any human warrior. This agility provides a significant advantage on the battlefield. But where other warriors would be slowed down by the weight of their weapons and armor, a High Elf warrior clad in Ithilmar can maintain their speed advantage against any mortal foe. Aesir knights, known as Silverhelms, wear tall, conical Ithilmar helmets that mark them as some of the Ulthuan's finest warriors. Their horses are also clad in Ithilmar barding, providing the same protection as heavy armor without hindering the speed or dexterity of their steeds. Most famous of all High Elf fighters who use Ithilmar, though, are the Dragon Princes of Calidor. These are warriors without equal, and so too is their armor. Heavy plate, forged in the appearance of the dragons they once rode, is fitted onto both rider and horse. Ithilmar is used to craft not only armor, but also all of the finest weapons in the High Elf arsenal. The lightweight nature of the metal allows High Elf warriors to strike with dazzling speed. Ulthuan's most famous weapons, such as Sunfang, the Rune Sword of Anarion, or the Star Lance wielded by Prince Imric of Calidor, are all crafted of Ithilmar. These treasured items were crafted first in the time of Anarion and are passed down through families over thousands of years. Ownership of such artifacts often constitutes a bearer's right to the title of Prince or Princess of Ulthuan. Items made from Ithilmar are of such importance and scarcity that they are rarely seen outside of the 10 kingdoms of Ulthuan. The Dark Elves attempt to kill any High Elf who bears Ithilmar artifacts, for such is their envy for the treasures they too once bore. Ithilmar, like its dwarven counterpart Gromril, is ideal for enchanting, and every runesmith would surrender his family's entire treasure hold to learn the secrets of forging this precious metal. This metal is so heavily desired both within and outside of High Elf society that its value is beyond priceless both on and off the battlefield. If you are enjoying the video so far, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons. It lets both me and YouTube know whether you would like to see more content like this, and it helps the channel out quite a bit. The history of Ithilmar and when it was first discovered by the elves is a mystery, but it most likely dates back before the rise of chaos into the period known as the Golden Time, of which only legend survives. According to Elven mythology, Ithilmar first came to light when the Elven gods dug deep into the earth in search of secret gems and minerals concealed there. While the elves have their own creation mythology, they also recognize that they were created in some part, large or small, by the mysterious Old Ones. As such, many Elven legends tend to blend between fact and myth. This is speculation on my part, but maybe the Elven myth linked to Ithilmar's discovery may coincide with why the Old Ones created a brand new continent for the elves, instead of placing them among the many lands already suitable for life. Old One's creation was a result of the Old One's magic, and the continent was raised from sporadic volcanic islands and the ocean floor. This myth may in fact be the Old One's discovery of Ithilmar, and the result of such a discovery led them to create a home for their new race. I believe this may be true because Ithilmar in many ways mirrors the physical traits of the elves. Beautiful, flexible, and light, but far stronger than its appearance would suggest. That brings an end to my speculation. Ithilmar can only be found in one place in all of the Warhammer world, the mountains of Calidor, and more specifically, the volcano of Val's Anvil. Over thousands of years, deposits of this ore and other minerals were pushed from the planet's fiery core to the surface and built up around the shoulders of the volcano. At some undisclosed time when the elves first began exploring their home, Ithilmar was discovered on the island on which this volcano resides. Val's Anvil is home not only to Ulthuan's largest and most active volcano, but also to the shrine of the smith god Val. Val is said to have crafted many wondrous items for the elves, such as the first magical harness that allowed the elves to tame the dragons, but he is most known for the forging of the Widowmaker, the weapon of the elven war god Cain. Blinded and crippled by the war god, Val is forced to forever make weapons for Cain to battle the great enemy, Chaos. His temple is a great tower of black adamant rising out of the mouth of the volcano, and is home to the Order of Val. Those most dedicated to his worship and the mastering of the artificer's craft will seek to become priests of Val. Like the blind smith, when an elf joins the Order of Val, they ritually bind themselves to share in his pain and sacrifice. But such an offering is more than honored by their patron. For these initiates, many which are probably already great smiths, gain greater skill and understanding, both of forging itself, but also how to harness the winds of magic. Through this gained wisdom, Ithilmar is forged into magical weapons and armor of great power. Literally meaning sky silver, or true steel in the elven tongue, Ithilmar is said to be as light as the sky and lustrous as polished silver. It does not tarnish, it rejects flaws and imperfections, and yet, it is a delight for an elven mastersmith to work with. Along with its lightweight and sturdy properties that make it ideal for forging weapons and armor out of, Ithilmar also shows flexibility, an almost unnatural trait for a metal tougher than steel. Whether this is a natural property of the ore isn't known, but there is the possibility that this is a trait gained in its forging through the great skill of the Priest of All. A lesser known fact about Ithilmar is that for some reason it can be made only by combining the raw ore with other minerals unique to the slopes of the Dragonspine Mountains. Because of this, the forges of the Temple of Val's Anvil are the only places where Ithilmar is crafted. Some accounts say that when a vampire is struck with an Ithilmar weapon, the vampire will burn or even catch fire, but this may be due to magical enchantments, so it's unverified. Because of these many unique characteristics, the question of whether Ithilmar is magical in nature has been a debated topic among the High Elves for thousands of years. It is said that only those most highly attuned to the winds of magic can master this material. But as to the truth of this debate, there is no final answer. Much like its dwarven counterpart, Gromril, Ithilmar seems to share many traits with its associated race. Gromril is dense, heavy, and unyielding just like a dwarf, while Ithilmar is light, flexible, and much stronger than its appearance would suggest, exactly like an elf. A perfect pairing that makes the incredible warriors of the Aesir even more formidable. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this in-depth look at the lore surrounding Ithilmar, the treasured metal of the High Elves. With that said, I'm Fohammer, and have a great day.